Hi everyone, it's me Ashok back again. Have you ever noticed what happened to a city during heavy rain? Street floods, drain overflows, and within minutes, all that water is gone, swept away out of sight. As an engineer, that's exactly what I was trained to design for. Move the water fast and then think about it again. But that mindset has a real problem. It assumes we can always build bigger pipes to handle whatever that climate throws at us next. Here in Perth, I have seen a completely different answer, one that's been quietly working for over 30 years.
For over a century, cities have handled rain the same way: get it off the street and into a drain as fast as possible. The problem is that same fast-moving water picks up oil, litter and chemicals on the way and dumps it straight into rivers untreated. As the storms get heavier with climate change, that old approach is starting to fail.
Perth actually pioneered a different idea back in the 1990s called water-sensitive urban design. Instead of piping rain away, you capture it close to where it falls. Rain gardens, permeable paving, wetlands, and let it filter and soak in naturally. None of this is high-tech. It's just a different design choice.
This path is actually a good small scale example. The joints between these pillars are filled with sand, not mortar, so rain can pass through between the bricks instead of just running off. It's the same basic principle behind permeable paving, just as a much simpler scale.
Perth lost over 70% of its original wetlands since colonization, which is part of why the city now leans so heavily on energy-hungry desalination. Retrofitting streets and public spaces with features like this helps rebuild some of that lost capacity to absorb water naturally. Cities like Kathmandu never had the chance to plan this way. Nearly every surface is paved over, so when the monsoon hits, there is nowhere for the water to go. But this idea doesn't need a big budget to start.
This connects to two of the UN Sustainable Development Goals I have been learning over this semester. SDG 9 is about building resilient infrastructure and encouraging real innovation, not just bigger budgets. And SDG 13 is about climate action, adapting our cities before the next storm forces us to. The real innovation here isn't a new machine or new technology. It's realizing that a resilient infrastructure sometimes just means working with water instead of fighting it. That's the shift our cities are going to need by 2050.